Great show this is. Enjoy listening, I do. Recognize my voice? You might. A movie star and legend Street Fighter I used to be. My name is Yoda. Star Wars I am from. Many battles, many wars, and many students I have had. Rub them, I did not. Kiss them, I would never. Jacuzzi? Late night sessions? We had. But when I'm not saving the universe or training Jedis, What the Fudge Podcast listening to I am. Chilling with the homies I enjoy. Man of size, I will only be in Cali for one night. Question, may I ask you, that Cali OG fire, do you have?
What's goody? Welcome back to What the Fudge. Hey man, what the fudge? This is episode number 10. I want to thank you guys. This is your host, Sice, man. I want to thank you guys for following on Instagram and making comments and everything that you guys do. Hope you guys been liking all of the content and the videos. Like I said, the episodes are now available on YouTube as well as SoundCloud. Today my co-host is my lovely wife, Shelly G. Won't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hey everybody.
It's her first time doing something like this, so I think she's excited. I've been trying different co-hosts out. I think she'll be a great addition.
I will be the best addition.
Okay, she'll be the best addition.
Don't get it twisted.
She'll also bring a great female perspective to certain stuff, since I've been having all male dominated stuff. I want to thank the homie Yoda for that intro that he gave us. The OG Yoda came out of, I think he got killed. I don't really follow Star Wars, so I don't know. But he came through. He did the intro for us. He was at the house for a little bit.
Thank you, Yoda.
Thank you, Yoda, for that intro. My week was pretty good. It went pretty quick. I think with the whole daylight savings thing, we lost an hour, so I've been extra sleepy and dragging. How about you, Boo?
First of all, there is definitely a difference between daylight savings in your 20s compared to daylight savings in your 30s.
I agree, because in your 30s, you definitely need a lot more sleep.
My body.
In your 20s, it really don't matter. You don't see the change at all.
I'm still adjusting, and all of my coworkers are saying the exact same thing, so it wasn't just me. But I had backaches from that hour less of sleep and everything else.
I had bags. It looked like I was grocery shopping every day I woke up. My bag was bad. But speaking of bags and shopping, let's go ahead and go into the first segment, which is the news. And the reason I said that is because in the news this week, 21 Savage was on Ellen DeGeneres. DeGenerate? I don't know how to say her name. You know what I'm talking about, though. But he was on the show this week, and let me get the information. It says that he premiered, he did his bank account song. Then he turned around and donated $1,000 each to 21 kids to give them a jump start on their savings. He also partnered with Get School to help kids learn about banking fees and the difference between credit cards, debit cards, and how to maintain a budget, according to Rolling Stone. I think that's really, really good that artists are doing that. They got the money for it. I don't see why a lot more artists don't do stuff like that. What you think?
I think it's awesome that he can take his own life experience that he's gone through himself and try to apply it to other underprivileged youth who might be struggling. I can speak for myself. I didn't get my own bank account till I was 18, and I had no idea what I was doing. So I think it's awesome that rappers are taking their own life experiences and trying to promote healthy money management for the underprivileged
They're
youth.
talking about investing in real estate. Even though they have the jewelry and the cars and all of that, they're also turning around and telling you how the different businesses that they invest in. Nas invested in a doorbell company, turned around, and the company got bought for billions. So I just think it's a good addition. The artists need to continue to do stuff like this. Let's go ahead and go into the next topic, which is DJ Envy. He was trending this week because apparently he was on The View or something like that. He was on one of them shows where he was talking with his wife, and then these guys on his show, DeSuss and Mario, came up to the Breakfast Club, and apparently they were making comments on everything that he was saying, and one of them said that his wife was with him for the money back when he was in high school. He said, "Oh, but you knew that DJ Envy money." And DJ Envy took very serious offense to it. I understood what he was saying. His wife felt disrespected, and that, seeing as how I'm a happily married man, and if somebody were to disrespect you, I'd probably go crazy. I think as far as him walking out of the interview, I think that part of it was a little unprofessional, because it seemed like he got a little upset, and then he got up eventually and walked out. He said that it was because Charlemagne likes to joke around and he wasn't in a joking mood, but as I've stated, in these type of situations, you got to maintain. You got such a huge following. They got millions of followers. They got to maintain. What do you think? How do you think? Did you think he reacted good, or?
After I took a look at the video, to me, it seems like that wasn't DJ Envy. That was his wife's doing.
Right.
It seems as though DJ Envy was probably getting slack from wifey at home, and she probably said,
She was
they're going to be coming to the show. You better make sure that you say something to them."
She was on his head that morning, prepping him up that morning.
I mean, from what I saw, it appeared as though he probably had to answer to wifey, and that's the reason why he reacted. It didn't really seem like it was necessary. To be honest with you, I don't see anything that they said that was really that disrespectful
or offensive.
But to each their own. Some people get offended just at the mere mention of your mom, your kids, your wife. In my opinion, if you're going to be in showbiz, you should just leave some of those categories alone.
Yeah,
don't even make mention. Don't say anything about it.
You gotta have tough skin, or just not do the interview. Charlemagne said that when he had the Troy Ave interview, he knew that he was gonna have beef or there was gonna be a problem, so he didn't even attend that part of the interview. But let's go ahead and leave that whole subject alone, because like I said, when it comes to mamas and stuff like that, I got into plenty of fights like that, man. So let's go into the next segment, which is dropping game. And in this week, we're going to talk about college. I think that's very important. I think we want to just hit three main topics real quick, which is when to start college, the advantages of going to college, and can you succeed without going to college. The first part I want to say is when to start. I think that you should start ASAP, as soon as you get out of college. Even if you graduate early from high school, I mean, as soon as you get out of high school, go straight to college. I took a year off, and then it took too long to jump back into it. What do you think, Boo?
What's interesting about this topic is that I'm actually trying to get back into college right now.
Right.
I just think that when you're 18, you're young and dumb. Yeah. And you think, at this point, you've been broke probably your entire high school career. So you want a little bit of money.
Or hustler.
Okay. So you might want a little bit of extra cash. I've heard so many youth or young people say, "Oh, you know what? I just want to take a year off. Right. I just want to get my bread up." Don't do it. Because your bread is not going to be as up as you think it is without a college degree. I would say, from my opinion, go straight to college. Just do what you have to do. Do it while you're young. Because when you take that break, you do get in the routine of working, and it's so hard to go back. As far as
the advantages, now let's go to the advantages of going to college. I think the advantages are it opens so many more doors. You get so many more opportunities. You get so much more money offered. I think as far as having a college degree, it's not like you can't have a successful career without it. Rappers have let us know that. Plenty of entertainers have let us know that. But as far as this day and age, people want to see some type of paperwork or some type of degree. What are your thoughts on the advantages?
Well, statistically, if you do have a degree, you can be making way more. I'll have to pick up the exact amount, but I just Googled it.
Right.
And it says that the median income will be $500 more per week.
Wow.
Just for having a degree. I think that so many young people, they don't really understand the magnitude of how important just having a degree was. You know, when our parents were younger, they were able to get well-paying jobs just with experience, and that's not the case these days.
Not at all.
Employers actually want to see not necessarily that you have the degree, they just want to see that you have the discipline to go through school. That
you have the effort to actually put in the years and do the time and show that you actually want something for your future.
Exactly.
Now the next part of it is, can you succeed without it? Yes, you can. There's a lot of people, as I said before, that have definitely been succeeding. I'm currently trying to get it too. I'm waiting for you to knock yours out, then I'm gonna knock mine out. And I think we've been maintaining really good without it. We know a lot of other people that have not got a particular degree. They have some college level experience, and they're still doing pretty good. But I just think, as far as overall, I think that it's just a better thing to have. It's a better advantage, and something that we're definitely going to teach our girls and promote to definitely go get a degree.
I feel like you can definitely succeed without it. You can go to vocational schools, cosmetology, you can learn how to do mechanics, so you can definitely maintain and live your life without a degree. But does it make it easier with it? Absolutely. Absolutely. So we don't want anybody to be discouraged. There are plenty of families who just can't afford college.
Right.
So at the end of the day, just get something, a skill that you know that you can learn. That'll make it work for you.
Right. Something that you know that you're going to succeed in, that you actually want to get up and do every day, because that's very important. We're going to go ahead and go into the first skit. Speaking of the whole college and everything like that, and 21 bank accounts and all of that, we have a wonderful What the Fudge. We just got some more sponsors. They're going to talk about college loans in this skit. Let's go ahead and check this out.
After high school, everyone has that question. What am I going to do with my life? And that answer is college. But paying for schools can be tough, if not impossible. At What the Fudge Student Loans, we understand your concern and made this a simple process. First, apply for the loan. If you have bad credit or no credit, no problem. Have your parents co-sign. Parents have bad credit too? Not an issue. You can still be approved after we get your social security number, address, blood type, a sample of your blood, fingerprints, list of important people in your life, and a tracking device will be placed in your body. A sample of my blood? Fingerprints? Wait, man, that sounds kind of serious, yo. Is there some other way? Don't worry. Once you're approved, the funds will be deposited right into your bank account, or a check will be mailed to you. Don't have a bank account? No worries. A tall and very large tattooed gentleman will arrive at your current location, and the money will be dropped off in a brown paper bag. Tracking devices? And shady men dropping off the money? Yo, this don't sound too safe, man. You can enjoy school without worrying about finances. And you don't have to make a single payment until you receive your degree. You also have the option to set up a repayment schedule. But if you miss any payments or you're late, we will send the same large gentleman to do whatever he needs to do. If that has to be waterboarding, tied to a chair and beaten, fingers broken, legs smashed, or teeth knocked out to collect our money. I don't think school is for me. I'll just try something else, man. Maybe I'll go to Trade Tech or something like that. This is crazy. What the Fudge College Loans. We want to see you get an education without money on the brain until it's time to pay us what you owe.
And we're back from that wonderful skit. I don't think that I'll be getting a college loan from them.
No, I definitely don't want a loan from there.
It sounds a little dangerous. Your life might be on the line. You got to give up blood samples and stuff. I don't think that's pretty cool, but...
Go apply for ITT Tech or something.
You got to go sign up for something.
American Career College.
That thing is horrible. But let's go ahead and go into the next segment, which is the favorite segment, What the Fudge. Hey man, what the fudge? And in this segment this week, I put the What the Fudge topics in a great place. United Airlines could be forced to pay more than $25,000 for the incident with the dead dog. If you guys haven't heard, I'm pretty sure you have if you've been under a rock, but pretty much on Tuesday, United Airlines passenger was ordered to put their 10-month-old dog in an overhead bin compartment from Houston to New York, and at the end of the flight they found that the dog was dead. That sounds so crazy. They're all in the lawyer fees and the lawyer analytics and of everything. I just think they continue to have bad press. I think that's the same airlines that had issues with kicking people off last year, and these airlines are just getting really, really crazy. And as far as the whole dead dog, I know they're going to have a lot of activists and people on their head. What do you think about this whole situation?
This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous for an employee to even suggest to put a dog in a bag on what I would assume is a 2-hour flight or more.
New York to Houston, that's probably like a 5-hour flight.
It just makes no sense why the owner would do it, and also why the employee. I'm not sure if the employee would be at fault or if the owner would be the one that complied with it. It just doesn't make sense.
I didn't think about that, because the owner did comply, and that is also negligence on their part if you look at it from that perspective, because why would you agree? They said in the article that they had a TSA approved carrier, so why would you agree to put your dog in the overhead bin? You could have sat it on your lap or something.
Would you go in the overhead bin? I mean, come on. Like, why would you think that any animal would survive in an overhead bin? Don't they have like special areas underneath the plane?
Right. Exactly.
So
yeah, they do.
I'm not sure if somebody was just being lazy. They didn't want to get out and put the dog underneath the plane. I'm not sure, but
somebody missed a step there.
Yeah, it's sad either way.
I agree. So let's go ahead and go into the next topic in this wonderful segment. This week, now I'm a huge fan. We're not talking about the champion Eagles. We're not talking about.
Are you done?
I'm a fan of. We're talking about. I'm a fan of Snoop Dogg. I've been a fan of the OG Uncle Snoop. Snoop-O double dizzle, dizzle. I've been a fan for a while, but I wasn't really a fan when he did the whole Snoop Lion. Now, and I'm not knocking him. I knew he was going to come back to Snoop Dogg, but now Snoop Dogg is Pastor Snoop Dogg. I don't know if he's going by that, but apparently Snoop Dogg then released a gospel album last week. It says that it was the very first gospel album from him called The Bible of Love.
Okay.
I'm trying to do this with a straight face and not smile. He got some OG legends on this gospel album. He got Patti LaBelle. He got Rance Allen, the Clark Sisters, Faith Evans, B. Slade. He got Marvin Sapp. He got Ty Tribbett. He got Fred Hammond. These are some real OGs for people that don't listen to gospel and don't know. The John P. Key. He got the all-time legend Jazzy Faye. He ain't a gospel.
It's not even a gospel. Okay.
But he got Jazzy Faye. I haven't heard the album. I'm not knocking it. I don't know if I'll be listening to this and praising the Lord to this and shouting to some Snoop Dogg. I might accidentally go into a crip walk or accident while shouting if I'm listening to Snoop in church. What you think about this, boo?
I think it's ridiculous. The picture that he has with that choir robe on. Man, and first of all, you can tell he's still crippin' because the robe, I just can't do it. It's too much. He's really like has his arms up as if he's really like. Man. I just think you can't play both sides. You can't play both sides, Snoop. I don't know if he thinks that gospel music is trending right now, so he just wants to. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why he went in this direction. And my question too is, okay, once this gospel album is over, right? Are you about to go back to West Side, Kid a Gang, Bit a Gang? I'm just trying to figure this out.
Yeah, you're gonna go right back to the gangbanging again.
I don't know. I'm a little concerned with the amount of legendary gospel singers that he was able to even pull to be a part.
And when he says that he's high on the spirit, is he physically high on the spirit, or is he actually high on some weed called spirit? We don't really know. I mean, I
don't know. I think it's good that. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it because at the same time, I'm like, okay, if you're going to be a gospel singer, why don't you tell Snoop, get your life together? Right. Get your life together. And
he had a lot of lectures, and there were some hours because you know how black folk love to talk, especially church black folk. So I'm sure he had a lot of sessions where they were sitting down and they were preaching. I just want to know, was he smoking in them sessions?
I don't know. He still has, what's that TV show he has too? Still?
Oh, yeah, GGN on, you talking about that, or are you talking about the game show? Which Snoop got a lot of shows. Which show are you talking about?
The show where he brings people on to smoke with him.
Yeah, you talking about GGN. Yeah, he still has that show.
So you have a smoking show where you're, I don't know. I have mixed reviews. I have mixed feelings about it. I think it's good if you're going to go gospel, but I don't think you can go gospel and then go rap. Yeah. I don't know if you can do both.
I'm glad he's trying to, do the whole gospel, but like we said, how are you going to come back from it? What's going to be the next thing? Are you going to be banging on people again? Are you going to be cussing people out again on your phone because you didn't get invited to the Grammys? Like, I don't know. Are you going to be cussing Donald Trump out? We don't know, but let's go ahead and go into the Instagram comedian of the week. Now, last week was Trey and Kennedy. It was the guy that was singing on different sketches. It was really funny. But this week, this guy is really, really funny. Him and his girlfriend do a lot of these skits. Let's see. The Instagram comedian of the week for episode 10 of the What the Fudge podcast is at chicklet.hf. I'm not going to spell it out. I'm going to just post it up on the Instagram at WhatTheFudgePodcast. And you guys can watch it. This guy got a lot of funny videos. His following is really starting to build up. Like I said, him and his girlfriend, it looks like, do a lot of skits. And it's really, really hilarious. I showed my wife one. What did you think about that one that I showed you?
I think it's so accurate. The video in how he's underneath the couch. I'm gonna be honest. There's several times where I come home from work and the What the Fudge podcast host Ricky Sashman is over here playing video games for hours. I don't know how you guys do it. I really don't know how you do it.
Sucked into the zone. That's just like y'all going to get y'all nails done.
Okay, that's different. Getting nails done is different.
Or if you like reading, it's just like reading for us.
There are times where I wake up in the middle of the night to
exclusive footage
at 1 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, listeners, okay, right, to Ricky still playing the same video game. I just don't know. I don't know. My attention span just doesn't last for that many hours. So I can't really relate, but I think that it was funny because they definitely portrayed and how the girlfriend kept saying, I think you have a problem. You have an issue. Sometimes I'm like, you need to go get some help for that.
It was pretty accurate. Like he said, he was just chilling. So let's go ahead and go into the next segment after she done spilled all the tea on my background. She done dropped about $30 worth of dimes on me. Let's go into the hip hop and R&B review. Now, in this segment, we're going to lead off. Like I said, I mentioned him as being one of the best rappers before. The homie Bow Wow, the OG legend Bow Wow, Bark Bark. He done took a couple of L's this week. Apparently, he released a song with Chris Brown to where he's saying that Chris Brown and him was beefing and he was sorry about that. Then also in the same week, there was a video put out where he got punched and dropped by somebody that's cool with Future. And he tried to also come back and say that he handled the dude and they beat him up, and that's what you don't see on the footage. I don't know if he's getting ready to release an album. He got a movie coming out. I don't know what's going on, but it seems like Bow Wow's looking for attention right now.
Poor Bow Wow. Poor Bow Wow. I mean, I'm sitting here thinking, like, the last song that I remember him releasing is "Let Me Hold You Down." I don't even remember. He's so irrelevant right now, and unfortunately, in this day and age, artists feel as though they need to have some kind of controversy, have some kind of beef with somebody just to release an album. I can't tell you how many times that Lil Wayne has had to almost pass away right before his album is about to drop. I think it's unnecessary. If you have the talent, you have the talent. And I also appreciate people like Beyonce, like Drake, who are just dropping albums without saying anything, without even saying anything, and they're going platinum. That right there proves that, you know, if you are a true artist and you just have the talent, that you don't even need to do all of this. I think Bow Wow is doing it for attention. I think he's irrelevant right now. I really do think that his career's over. I might be a little harsh, but Bow Wow is over. Like no, he's not a legend. He's not a legend. Can we stop calling him a legend? When we were in middle school, he was holding it down with the cornrows. I remember the cornrows, but
2 foot tall.
Remember the lottery movie? He did good with the lottery movie.
That movie was horrible, man.
But other than that, it's time, Bow Wow. Let's let it down. Go start a family.
You a legend. Just go rest in peace.
I mean, I don't even know why he still has security. What do you need security for?
He was 5 deep, and then he still got dropped, and he was 5 deep.
Their security needs to be fired too. If you have 5 security personnel,
somebody gets cussed out after I get up and adjust my clothes.
Not only was somebody able to record it, but they were also able to sock you in the face. Oh, we have some problems.
He was able to yell something out, get through the people, and punch him at the same time.
That's the issue.
It was a lot of security violations right there. Bow Wow, check your security. But speaking of him and Chris Brown, this week also Chris Brown released a video and a song. Now, everybody's saying that it's Chris Brown's song Freaky Friday, and the video is tight.
I like it.
The video is really, really high. I like the idea, how they switched it up. I think a lot more artists are going to probably jack his style now. You're going to start seeing a lot of artists doing movie songs. The video was extremely creative. My nigga, what's up, my nigga? That part was hilarious in it. I just think also I want to let you guys know that it is Lil Dicky's song. Chris Brown is featured on it, but it's Lil Dicky's song. Everybody, then that's not taking no shade from Chris Brown, but I really, really liked it and enjoyed it. How about you?
I like it too. I like creative videos. I think that it was hilarious how they were able to get DJ Khaled. They got Kylie Jenner in it. Everything was hilarious, and it takes away, I mean, you know, no downplay to the twerk videos, but it's good to see a difference sometimes, you know.
Butt shaking and all of that stuff in video.
I mean, you know, I'm not downplaying the twerk, but you know,
I'm not downplaying you twerking. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
I don't want y'all to hear a loud noise of my husband getting smacked upside his head.
You know what I'm saying?
But no, I thought the video was hilarious. It was something that, you know, even. Well, I wouldn't say like the kids, but
not when he was saying all that. Talking about his penis being bigger. I
forgot about that part. But I thought it was interesting. You know, back in the day when we were younger, we were able to watch like those Missy Elliott videos and those Busta Rhymes videos that were really creative, and it made you want to keep watching them. So I liked it. Really good. I thought it was creative.
So keep putting out stuff like that, Chris Brown. other rappers and singers don't jack his style.
Not Chris Brown, Little Dicky. Little Dicky.
My bad.
Little
Dicky, my bad. But let's go ahead and go into the next topic, which is Meek Mill is about to get out of jail. Everybody's been talking about that. The DA filed docs on Wednesday saying that there's a strong showing of likelihood that Meek Mill's conviction will be reversed due to a police corruption scandal in Philly. I think that that's really, really good. He was supposed to serve 2 to 4 years, but apparently they're going to pull the sentence out. So I think that that's really, really good. And I'm praying for you, Meek Mill. Hopefully you and your family, because I know he got kids, he got family to provide for. You need to be out making music and giving back to the community like he's always done, instead of being in jail for nothing. What do you think on this? Have you heard about this or know anything about this?
I don't know much about it. I'm not a Meek Mill fan.
Right.
But if he was wrongly accused of a crime and put in there just because the judge didn't get a signature, from what I'm hearing, I think that that's terrible. A long time ago, I did some research on judges, and judges have so much power. I don't even think that people know the extent of how much power judges have. Even if a case can be found guilty, they can still have the authority to overrule it and don't even have to give a justifiable cause. I don't even think people really know the law like that.
It's pretty bad.
But yeah, I think it's terrible. I think it's good if he is able to get out and scotch-free, but I think that, it's kind of sad that rappers do get wrongly accused,
and regular citizens also get accused,
thrown in jail
just because
right
because of their background, even though they may have changed and started doing something different. But speaking of all of this stuff with the airlines, like I said, we get new sponsors, so we have a What the Fudge airline commercial for you guys. This airline sounds a lot safe. You ain't gonna lose no pets. I want you guys to go ahead and check this commercial out.
I love to travel, but I hate those awkward security checkpoints at the airport. With What the Fudge Airlines, our security checkpoints are the best. Our professionals will focus heavily on your private areas while staring you dead in the eyes to make sure you're 100% safe and uncomfortable. Wow, sounds great. It's also hard trying to find an affordable flight with an airline that won't mistreat you. At What the Fudge Airlines, we don't charge for any bags. All fees are included in your ticket price, which includes just a small air, water, peanuts, air conditioning, bathroom, overhead lights, oxygen mask, reclining seat, and butt imprint in the seat fee. We will also never judge you based on race or religion. We will always seat you in the back of the plane with the other black people so you won't ever feel segregated. Wow, sounds like my kind of airline. But what about when I land? Most airlines lose luggage, which is a headache. We know how important your valuables are, which is why we make sure we go through every bag thoroughly and remove the items that we like, as well as any designer luggage. Unlike our fellow airline companies, we won't kill your animals. We'll sell them to the highest bidder because you need an airline that you can trust, an airline that's reliable. What the Fudge Airlines, taking niggas where they need to go.
And we're back from that commercial. I like the smooth side and the deep baritones, and I don't know about getting frisked and looked in the eyes.
Please don't.
Not sure about that part. The security checkpoint gets me a little nervous.
But you know what's crazy about it is that people have gone through my bags before, and then what's funny is they'll leave a note saying, "Hey, we went through your bags."
Right, and won't even really fix your stuff. Oh yeah, you did have your stuff messed up one time. That's right.
They will open up any containers that involve liquid, just to let you guys know, because I've had medicine spilled all over my clothing, and they just left me a note saying sorry.
stuffed in some Ziploc bags. Wrap your clothes in saran wrap so it don't get stained.
It's pretty bad.
And then they gonna look at you like it's your fault at the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and go into the semi-last topic, or the segment, my bad, which is the movie and TV review. We're going to hit a couple real things real quick in here. This week we watched the OJ. Now, I told y'all about the OJ interview coming on, the Lost Confession he did in 2006. Just tell y'all real quick, OJ did it. This thing is scary. He's laughing through the interview the whole time. And only he's laughing until he starts talking about cussing out her gravesite. That's when it gets really cryptic and scary. I think, OJ, you need to get some help.
For sure. He shouldn't be walking around with us.
He really shouldn't be out free right now. Him and them knobble knees, like I said, him and them bad knees shouldn't be out walking around, man. And that big, huge head he got.
Well, I'm going to let you guys know that Sipesman actually does his research.
Yes, I do.
He actually sat through the entire interview and attempted for me to watch it. I dozed off during the Lost Confession interview, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. I woke up in the middle of the night and it was freeze frames on a photo in the middle of his interview.
Yeah, that's right.
And I really had nightmares.
Yeah,
OJ was looking a little creepy. I don't know. It's bizarre to me how he was able to just get off scotch-free on this case. He even looks a little bit insane. I was like, oh my God, he looked crazy. He looks crazy. Something is mentally not stable.
It's a little scary, so we ain't gonna talk on this too long, so we don't need that scary knobble knees sitting in front of my door, because y'all already know how Sipesman, I get a little crazy. So let's go into the next topic, which is, let's go ahead and check it out. If you're not scared, you're going to want to watch the interview, though, in the daytime. Don't watch it at night. It's a little scary. And it's a little sad because his kids are out and they have to hear their dad pretty much confess to how they killed their mom. It's really sad. But let's lighten it up. Let's go to the Avengers Infinity trailer that just came out. Oh, my goodness.
I know. It looks
They have T'Challa in there and the whole bald squad, so you know it's about to be crazy.
Squad. They'll be talking about Wakanda.
Look, the Wakanda forever. I ain't got no beef with Wakanda. I think the trailer was pretty tight, though. It looks really, really action packed. They have all of the Marvel characters: Doctor Strange, Iron Man, the villain is Thanos. They got Guardians of the Galaxy.
They did a crossover of a few different types of movies, right?
Yeah, it's a few different type of superhero movies. It's really going to be good. It comes out April 27th. I think we're definitely going to be seeing it if we can find a sitter. We can see it that opening weekend. If not, we'll have to catch it that next weekend. So let's go ahead and go to the next one, which is the shows and movies to recommend. Now, this week, I checked it out on Netflix, because y'all know I promote Netflix. Shout out to Netflix. I'm really happy for y'all. But this week, I wanted to promote When We First Met. It's a very funny movie. King Batch is in it. There's a couple of other really good actors and actresses in it. It's about a guy who falls in love with this female, and then 3 years later, after meeting her, she gets married to another guy, and he keeps going back in time. For some reason, a lot of these movies are doing this Groundhog Day theme where they keep waking up back in time and all of that. But the movie is really hilarious. I think you guys should check it out. I showed my wife a little bit of it. What did you think about it?
It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny. I wasn't able to watch all of it, but the part that I did see was hilarious.
Yeah, it was pretty good. So check that out. It's on Netflix. Now, seeing how you're the co-host this week, Shelly G, let us know what show or movie that you would like to recommend for episode 10 of What the Fudge Podcast.
First of all, Shelly G is my rap name, just to let you guys know.
OG, y'all.
Okay, I'm not going to go into that, but the show that I would recommend would have to be America's Next Top Model. Tyra Banks, if you know me, I love Tyra Banks. I think that it's amazing that she is shooting her 24th season. I mean,
that's like got to be a record. I don't think no other show has 24 seasons.
I think that it's just amazing. I appreciate that she's, of course, a woman of color, African American woman.
Exactly.
And this season, she actually made it to where there's no age boundaries, which is awesome. Because typically, if you watch the show, 21, I think is like the oldest that they will take.
Right.
So anywhere between 18 and 21. So I just think it's awesome. Me and my daughters actually have been binge watching even
have to partake in watching you guys
even the older seasons. Everybody knows that America's Next Top Model is awesome. There's always going to be some drama in the house.
There is. You're having a lot of drama, y'all. That's the only reason I know, and I can comment. It's going to be a lot of drama in that house. Coming
from a background where you used to hear those comments, oh, you're cute to be a dark girl, or oh, look, you have a big forehead. I just really appreciate that Tyra Banks actually takes the flaws that you have and really makes you feel like, you know what, you can still be a model with these flaws. In fact, most models do have flaws. They have gaps, they have freckles, they do have big foreheads, their eyes are too far apart, whatever the case may be. I just really love that she empowers women.
I think that it's a great show too. Like I said, I think y'all should check it out, and I know because I watch it. But let's go ahead and go into the next one, which is a bring back movie or TV show. And for me this week, I'm going to go ahead and choose Small Wonder. Now, Small Wonder, for those that don't know, I know a whole lot of y'all don't know. Small Wonders with the little robot Vicky, and real quick, it's really, really tight. I don't know what network you can find it on, but it was pretty tight. I think they should bring it back. And like I said, they should bring that show back. It was really, really tight. For you, what show would you, or movie would you like to bring back, Bo?
I thought about it, and I really had to do like a lot of thinking, but the show that I know for sure me and my mom used to watch all the time was Seventh Heaven. I don't know if people really watch Seventh Heaven, because Ricky is like, I wasn't watching Seventh Heaven. It was like, a white show, but I don't know. Me and my family watched it a lot. I can remember there was so much drama, and they really, focused on like real issues, like there was 7 kids in the house.
That's
right?
A lot of kids.
It was 5 kids. It was 5 kids and 2 parents.
Oh, okay,
that's what it was. It was 5 kids and 2 parents, but they really just tackled. It was like a little like drama every single season, and they talked about drugs. They talked about different teenage
what they
type
should have
things.
been talking about. Did they talk about child molestation and stuff on there?
I'm not gonna let you guys talk.
It turned out that the dad on there was into little kids. So I just
that came out way after. That came out way after the show had ended.
For them kids on the set.
If you guys go back and watch the show, the father was like a pastor.
Ooh.
So he played the role of a pastor.
Was he a Catholic?
Ricky
priest?
Is so wrong for this.
Was he a Catholic priest, y'all?
Siceman is so wrong for this, but no, knock it off.
Okay.
Knock it off. But the show, I can't speak on what they was doing in their own personal lives, but the show itself, I really liked it.
Yeah, and it showed family stuff like that. It was a good show from what I hear. But we want to go ahead before we go into this last segment. I want to thank you guys for tuning in and listening to What the Fudge Podcast, episode number 10. I want to thank my lovely and beautiful co-host, my wife.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. Yes.
How did you like everything?
I liked it. I'm so proud of you, hubby, for doing your thing. You're so awesome.
Thank you. Well, we're going to go ahead and go into with a bedtime story. I want you guys to get ready and get comfortable. You know how we do with this. Now, this week, the bedtime story is The Hustling Tortoise and the Money-Making Hare. And if you don't recognize it, it's because it's the race between the tortoise and the hare, but I switched it up a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and go into that. I want to thank you guys for listening to episode 10 of What the Fudge Podcast.
Thank you.
This has been your host, Siceman, and your co-host, Shelly G. And you guys go ahead and have a good week.
Bye.
The Hustling Tortoise and the Money-Making Hare by Siceman. One sunny hood day, a money-making hare was bragging about how fast he could sell his drugs and how good they were. He bragged and even laughed at the hustling tortoise, who always sold his drugs so slow. The hustling tortoise stretched out his long neck and challenged the money-making hare to a drug sell-off, which of course made the money-making hare laugh. My, what a joke, man, thought the money-making hare. A drug sell-off? For show, Mr. Hustling Tortoise. We finna have a drug sell-off, said the money-making hare. All the hood forest animals and players met and decided where to host the sell-off. They cleared out some trees and put up 2 tents side by side. The following day, the sell-off began, and the money-making hare's product was selling way faster than the hustling tortoise. About halfway through the contest, it occurred to the money-making hare that he had plenty of time to beat the slow hustling tortoise. Oh, sheezy, thought the money-making hare. I have plenty of time to go get a little quickie in with this little fluffy-tail freak up the street. And so he did. After the money-making hare finished kicking it with the little freak joint, he was worn out and decided that he had time to take a little nap. The hustling tortoise, in the meantime, continued to sell his best product ever so slowly. He never took a break and noticed that the same customers were returning with new customers. The money-making hare finally woke up from his nap. Dang, let me go check on my booth and see how my drugs is moving, he thought. And off he went, faster than he had ever run before. He dashed as quickly as anyone ever could up to the tents, when he came crashing to a halt because the hustling tortoise had a line in front of his booth that stretched a mile long. He was patiently awaiting his arrival. Why do I still have products left? And you sold out, but still have people waiting in line, said the money-making hare. The hustling tortoise simply replied, You got that 15 minutes of fame, player. I got that Hall of Fame, my nigga. The end.